What is up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my F1 2014 career mode. We're here in Canada, Montreal, one of my best circuits, and you can tell by qualifying we're in Q3 and I'm currently 4/10 up on Lewis Hamilton. I thought I'd put in one of my banzai laps just at the end of the session, just like I did last season, and it seems to be working, even though I did deploy DRS very late there. Somehow I forgot to use it, but it's key to get it right into the final chicane. We've gone a little bit deep, hit the curb. This is going to be so close. Can we get pole position? Rosberg's improved his time, going to the line, and we haven't done it. We have lost so much time in that final sector. It must have been about 6/10, and it must have been where we hit the second part of the chicane. The curb is very high there, and I think it launched the car a little bit. So that is a shame, but we have beaten our teammate Daniel Ricciardo, which is an important thing in this season. So third place on the grid. Celebrations as we are in Parc Fermé. Just getting out the car. Of course, I'm up there with the two Mercedes because they are pretty much unstoppable at the moment. So on the grid now, building up to the start of the race. Round 7. Can we get another podium? Possibly a win. 5 lights. And away we go. Hamilton has got a very tardy start. It looks like we could take him into turn 1. Rosberg's got away with a decent start there. But Rosberg seems to be very slow into the first corner. We're side by side. He's given me so much room. What kind of line was that, Nico? And he's lost the lead. A bit of oversteer there, but I think we've got the traction. And yes, we have. We have taken the lead. And now we are on the fresh options. We have got to pull away, build up a gap before tyre wear kicks in. And look at that already. The AI were just so slow there, especially Nico Rosberg. And it's a gap of over a second already. So really, it's just time to pull away, see what times we can do. And here is the first example, me setting the fastest lap of the race on lap 3, 1:16.4. But as you know, after about 4-5 laps into a race, the Mercedes always come back. I thought, yes, another fastest lap of the race. But no, Lewis Hamilton, you bitch. Stealing it away from me. But I do have a 2-second lead over Rosberg. It does seem to be the case that I think Hamilton is faster than Rosberg around the Montreal circuit. He is in real life as I go purple there. But yeah, I'm pulling out at nearly 2.5 seconds ahead of Rosberg. Hamilton's all over Rosberg. But luckily for him, DRS was enabled at the time and he did overtake and started to close me in as tyre wear became a factor on lap 7 here. Going into the hairpin. Hamilton has a 1.5 second lead over Rosberg, but he's putting the pressure on me. DRS will be engaged here. Let's see what Hamilton can do into the tricky final chicane. I'm going on the defensive because he has the straight line speed. Side by side into the chicane. This is a bit risky. Holds it around the outside, but he's lost a lot of time there. But I've maintained the lead. We'll see what happened there. Side by side into the chicane. That's never going to end well. Hamilton had to skip and bounce over the curbs, and he lost so much time. Brave, but also pretty stupid. But that's the AI for you in this game. But once again, lap 9, I've got... It's in a Mercedes assault right now, but Hamilton broke early, Rosberg took the position, and I pulled away once again. But Rosberg is definitely putting me under pressure now. But I do aim to pit at the end of this lap, because the options do last around 10 laps at this track. So, Rosberg's on the attack again, but I'm going into the pits. I think he's going round once again for another lap. Yes, Hamilton is in. Looks like Ferrari guys are out. Probably, I'd imagine, for Alonso. So we're going onto the prime tyres. I have changed strategy here. I thought I'm in the lead. I'll control the race with the slower tyres and leave the speed for the final stint. So let's see where we come out. Looks like cars that haven't pitted are still going round. Is that a Ferrari? Yes, it is. It would be good to get out in front of, I think it's Kimi Räikkönen. Yes, it is. Side by side. But I've got the traction on the fresh new tyres. So, 5th place here. Rosberg and Ricciardo have gone round for another lap, so I'm going to get the undercut. It'll be interesting to see if the undercut works around here, and yes it has. Rosberg and Ricciardo still in the pits, but look at that. If you look at the minimap, Ricciardo has jumped Rosberg in the pit, so it's looking great for Red Bull at the moment. I'm in first, probably by a couple of seconds. We'll wait till the leaderboard's updated. It is Ricciardo in second, I can confirm that. Yeah, it must be about 2 seconds gap, and he's ahead of Rosberg. But as you can see, the top 7 are all on prime, so similar strategy. It's looking good right now. But on lap 14, I pulled out a little bit of a gap to Rosberg. because the two Mercedes overtook Ricciardo. And look at that. I think for the first time in my career mode, we're about, I think, 25 races in. The safety car is out, and I was a bit indecisive there. I wasn't sure whether to pit or not, because with 21 laps to go, I could have gone for 2 option stints. I would have came out, if you look at the minimap, you'd think maybe 8th or 9th. I would have given up track position to the two Mercedes, but I would have been on the faster tyres. But I decided to stay out, maintain track position. But this is annoying. When the safety car's coming in, you get told so late, so you have to hold up the pack, not in the position you'd prefer. I'd have preferred to slow down the pack at the hairpin and just go from there, Bolt. I hope that really comes in for the next game in 2015. But here we go. Bolton from Rosberg. I think we've got a pretty decent getaway there. Make sure we don't make a mistake here. Sliding on the curb a little bit. Kept it out the wall, so we're okay. And away we go once again. The race is green. Let's try and pull out a gap to Rosberg. But yeah, later on in this lap, it just felt like my tyres were cold. Actually, a couple of laps later, my tyres didn't feel really that great. I mean, they're 9 laps old, but they still should be performing to a decent level. And if you look at the minimap, I'm actually causing a bit of a train. I know it's only 3 laps after the restart, but you'd expect the field to space out a little bit. And Rosberg's on the attack once again. Going up the inside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can, but I've switched back. Gone back up the inside. Opportunistic move. Oh, that felt so satisfying to do that. Rosberg was ahead, but I switched back to the inside and just took the lead once again. The AI aren't the smartest, but yeah, I'll take that move. That's probably one of the best moves I've pulled on this career mode. Lap 25, 10 laps to go. It's time for the options. But if we look behind, Lewis Hamilton is missing the right, parts of the right end of his front wing. So he's going to lose a bit of time in the pits. Alonso's come out of nowhere. I think he overtook Rosberg and Ricciardo. So let's see how we do in the pits. Option tyres, 3.7. No, it's not. We're getting held up by a Williams and a McLaren. Where is Hamilton and Alonso? Alonso is ahead of Hamilton. But obviously Hamilton had a longer pit stop. But the cars that did the strategy option have been on the primes for about 5 laps. So they've got a major undercut, and there they are. There's a couple of them. That's Magnussen and Raikkonen. If we get ahead here, it saves an overtake. Side by side with Raikkonen, this is going to be key. The fresher tyres, the option tyres, and we're ahead. And we are effectively in second place. Magnussen is effectively leading this race. Unbelievable. Him and Raikkonen have come from nowhere. I think the safety car really helped them out because it closed the pack up. Because they were really far behind after the first stint. Because the front 4 really did pull away. But DRS, we're on the options. They are fresher than the McLaren's tyres. And we easily breeze into the lead. Into the chicane. Kvyat's in the pits. He's gained a few positions actually. Ricciardo and Rosberg. And yeah, they're in the pits. They're coming out now. But I have taken the lead. Where are they going to come out? If they come out behind Magnussen and Raikkonen, that could make the race very interesting. Looking behind in a second. Yes, there's a bit of a train, but we need to check the order to see what the hell's going on. Right, race director. And Magnussen and Raikkonen are both have got themselves in the podium positions. What a performance by them two. They're ahead of Alonso, the two Mercedes and Ricciardo. And what I had to do here is, as I was in the lead, just put in a load of banzai laps. I was feeling good here. And you can see 3 fastest laps in a row. The pace was just there. And that really built up a lead. As Alonso and the two Mercedes and Ricciardo just couldn't pass Magnussen and Raikkonen. The two Finns have helped me out so much. The final lap. Comfortable lead now. 7 seconds to Magnussen. Last few laps I was pretty much just strolling home. I knew the tyre wear was kicking in. There's no point of pushing. I've got the lead. So if we don't mess up this final chicane, it looks like we will be taking the victory. Onto the start-finish straight. What a performance it's been. The podium looks a bit strange, but we're weaving in celebration. We're coming home to take the victory in Canada. What a victory! Oh, such a satisfying win. We were leading for most of the race, but we were under pressure from the two Mercedes. But they just could not overtake Raikkonen and Magnussen. They did such a good job for me. Magnussen takes his first podium of the season. I think Raikkonen takes his first podium of the season as well. So they're second and third. The Mercedes, we've gained some points on them this weekend. Fourth for Rosberg, sixth for Hamilton. That's going to be great for the championship standings for myself. Alonso made it up to fifth, couldn't pass Raikkonen. Raikkonen really didn't help out his teammate at all. Ricciardo a little bit disappointing in seventh. And the two Williams round out the top 10. Actually, it's a bit of 2 by 2. Williams, Force India, Toro Rosso, Sauber, Lotus, and Kobayashi beat Chilton. So yeah, there's a bit of 2 by 2 going on there. But looking at the driver standings, we have definitely closed in. We're only 20 points off the lead, which is Rosberg, 7 points ahead of Hamilton. Ricciardo and Alonso have lost a bit of momentum in the standings, but I can really see this being a fantastic battle this season. What a great race. Let's go. Actually, Magnussen and Raikkonen have definitely improved in the driver standings. Magnussen's ahead of Hülkenberg now. 13 scores this season. Lotus need to pick it up. But Constructors, we're 49 points behind of Mercedes. I think it's going to be very tricky. We need some 1-2s to really challenge there, but it's going to be pretty difficult. But I enjoy the challenge. So, celebrating here. What a victory, what a race. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did, and if you haven't subscribed already and want to see more of these videos, please do. And I'll catch you in the next race, which will be in Austria if I'm not mistaken. So, I will catch you then. Goodbye.